Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. We're your hosts. I'm Sybil Amuti.
And I'm Brandis Daniel.
What's up, Great Girlfriends?
Hey, Great Girlfriends.
This episode is being brought to you by our partner, Ellevest.
Yes.
Just about every investment and retirement plan is created by men for men, which is fine unless you're a woman.
Sybil, women still earn less than men for now. We're more aware of risk. We're more likely than men to pause our careers to raise a family. And unfortunately, we typically retire with less wealth than men, even though statistics show that we live longer.
That's why there's Ellevest, created for women, run by and designed by women. Ellevest helps women invest based on their specific goals, like buying a home, starting a business, raising a family, or just retiring like a boss.
So girlfriend listeners can visit ellevest.com/girlfriends and pay no advisory fees for the first 3 months.
Invest like a woman with Ellevest. ELLEVEST.
ellevest.com/girlfriends with an S at the end.
So, raise your hand if you have already registered for our 2017 What Women Want conference.
Girl, the ticket sales are already coming in.
Ba-boom,
okay,
ba-boom,
so
ba-boom.
girlfriends, they have already told us that they're coming, Sybil.
Yes, and
they are showing and proving.
That's right.
They are not playing no games with us.
So what does that mean? That means the event will, like all of our other events, sell out. And if you want to be there, there is time right now to take advantage of the early bird special. Log on to whatwomenwantconference.com and get your ticket for yourself and your great girlfriend now while there's still tickets available.
Absolutely. And then for those of you who have not gotten our Ready, Set, Go workbook, make sure that you go purchase that as well. It's really cool.
That's right.
I'm going to say you can use that instead of your vision board.
That's right.
So, Sybil, what's going on in your world?
Well, living this life.
You know what? I don't need you to tell me. I'll go check her social myself.
I'm just living this life.
I'll find out myself, Sybil.
I'm just trying to be a good woman, just a good human. I'm just trying to make a difference in this world. That's what I'm doing. What about you?
Well, you know what? Right now, I am actually going to your Instagram, which is Sybil_Amuti, so I can see what's going on in your world. Oh, very nice. So, look like you have friends that just got ordained.
I did. I have 2 friends. Congratulations to Ron and Dee, who just became ordained ministers.
I love that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys. And I'm sitting here looking at the cute. Why did I never know they look so much alike?
It's starting to come out more.
I'm looking at Sam and Dylan, and they are looking so much alike.
It's coming to life.
Dylan looks like a little girl. She don't look like a baby anymore.
I have to hurry up and get her hair back in puffs because it makes her look younger.
I can't take this right here. She looks like a girl.
She's a full girl. I know. I try to do a good job of updating my Instagram. I try.
I need her to be looking more like a baby.
I don't know.
Okay, and the dopest picture on this Instagram. Well, hold on. Sam and Dilly are the dopest picture.
Okay.
But one of the most inspiring pictures on your Instagram is of the TGG mastermind that we had on Saturday.
Oh my goodness. So if you weren't at our first mastermind of 2017, it was epic. I felt fire coming off of each lady that was there.
Sybil, I left out of there so fired up. Like, first of all, we were in the middle of a snowstorm. If you guys are in our Facebook group, we did a couple Facebook Lives in there. And I got there, and women were already in the room waiting on us.
Which was crazy because we were like, should we cancel? Will they show up? I mean, when I say snowstorm.
It was crazy outside.
So thank you to everyone that showed up for the mastermind.
Yes,
it was
awesome.
Amazing.
If you want opportunities were like shooting from everywhere in that room.
Yep.
You want to be a speaker? Oh, I got an opportunity that's coming up.
Yeah,
like it was awesome. It was insane.
Yeah, so stay tuned because once we do another group of masterminders here in New York, we're going to invite all of you to get there. So this week.
So what are we talking about, Sybil?
We're diving into relationships again. We're going to talk about when a man loves a woman.
Oh, I love that.
Pen and paper. Because I feel in my heart,
in your
and
bones,
in my right, in my
deep down in your bones,
and in the city of my soul, that many of our girlfriends are struggling in this area of knowing whether or not a Rufus.
And see, that might be a good Rufus out there.
It could be a good Rufus. You know, a Rufus or a Chester or a Raul or an Edward is the one. And whether or not this guy is really, really into them and how serious he is about being with them.
Yes.
And so because we have so many conversations at my kitchen table and in the Facebook group and over email about relationships and dating and how, difficult it is to really know the signs these days, because apparently men have changed so much, these days. I felt like it was time that we come back around to this conversation and really, really, girlfriends, give y'all the straight up, because we don't want you out there being deceived by no Rufus, no Chester, no Raul, no Edward. We don't want you being deceived by these guys.
No Willie.
We don't want you being tricked. We don't want you being tricked. We don't want you being tricked. That's not what we want for you.
Oh my God. And then of course we have Valentine's Day that's coming up.
Oh, Father God.
So this is a great conversation and preparation for Valentine's Day.
Tell me about it. And we happen to be at a peak point in cuffing season.
Oh, this is the peak point? This is the peak point.
Because if a guy made it through the holiday, then he may have given you a comfort gift. Maybe he gave you something that he knew you wanted, not because he wanted you to have it, because he couldn't afford it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he knew that it would tide you over until, the springtime hits. But I'm here to forewarn you that there are some telltale signs when a man loves you.
Absolutely.
And we don't want you falling prey to cuffing season, which was
episode 65.
Episode 65. We talked about cuffing season. We don't want any of you that are out there, starting to feel the urge or the sense around Valentine's Day that it's time to start making any really harsh, ridiculous decisions around a guy who doesn't deserve to hold a place in your life. Right?
Yeah, we're going to remove the question. You don't have to ask the question.
And quite frankly, we don't want any of you coming to the end of a relationship, be it a marital relationship or whatever, saying, I wish I would have known.
Right.
Consequently, we are no longer compatible. Consequently, we're breaking ties.
Absolutely.
Fair?
Fair. Let's jump in.
When I met Kwaku.
Uh-huh.
Since you love stories.
I love stories.
When I met Kwaku, and a friend of ours, Brandon, I have a mutual friend who would call Kwaku Rufus, and I would be so annoyed because I was like, his name is Kwaku. But this guy friend of ours was like, no, he doesn't get a real name until he shows himself credible. Like, he's actually serious about this relationship. So until I see evidence that he's going to be your dude, he is Rufus. And I was like, oh my God. And Kwaku just dealt with it like, whatever. It's no big deal. But when I met Kwaku, I felt him.
Yes.
I felt him first. Like, I felt a sense of something. It was almost kind of like, it wasn't a storm. What was it? It was a different type of wind.
Yes.
Like, it just was kind of, like, it spun me around a bit to the point that it piqued my interest so high.
Yes.
That everything in me was drawn to knowing more about this man.
Right.
And you guys have listened through the episodes before where I talk about all the valets. I mean, he dumped me. How many times? Probably 3 times he dumped me. Okay? So he's not short of faults. Kwaku's full of faults. He's full of faults. But
that was on episode 2.
That was on episode 2.
You have to go back to episode 2.
He's full of faults. But I promise you, all that he brought to the table was man.
Yes.
And I felt his presence. And it drew me in.
Yes.
And it has captivated me for 14 years, Brandis.
Yes.
We're 10 and a half years into marriage.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
And you're talking about a woman who never wanted to be married.
Wow.
I had zero interest in marriage. I
Yeah.
really was cool just riding the solo wave. But his love and his captivating heart and his intentions around me were so serious that not only did I want to be his wife, I wanted to have kids with Rufus. You see
He
what
was
I'm saying?
not a Rufus.
You know, like I wanted whatever that more was.
Yes.
So I want to put that out there because I want women to understand. And all the relationships before him failed.
Yes. Miserably.
Failed miserably. And
I
there
don't know,
were
I'm
many.
speaking for myself.
No. Rock bottom.
Yes.
Completely left me feeling hollow, left me feeling unvalued.
Yep.
Undervalued, left me feeling uncertain about whether or not I qualified for a great guy.
Yep.
Left me feeling like hurt, left me feeling guarded.
Yes.
Nobody's going to get to my heart.
Yeah.
Because the last Rufus, Chester, Earl, Raoul,
Willie.
the last ones didn't do it right. So no one's going to get there. Left me with all of that stuff and left me saying, well, maybe single is the best way.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, whenever somebody has you questioning, like you don't have to. Well, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into the signs. Look.
We're gonna get into the signs. But I happen to know that I'm not the only one who had a sweep off their feet because I know a man
who used to sit outside
your apartment. Sit outside my apartment. Brandis would be in my apartment for, it felt like hours.
Because I would tell him, I'm just going to go in right quick and get this civil.
Right. And would come out and we'd be like, are you serious? Rich is still in the car? Because he would park by the fire hydrant and didn't want to get out and leave the car. But Rich would sit. He was so diligent.
He was so diligent. Like it was hard. I had never honestly met anyone like him before. Like, it was very different for me because he showed everything. Like, it was so scary for me because it was like, oh, he's not playing games. He's serious.
Yes.
It was like honestly, he used to come from Queens and pick me up from work in the city and take me to Harlem.
Oh my gosh.
All the time.
Just to be near you.
All the time.
I love it.
All the time. And it was like, and I had dated guys in the city. I dated one guy who I call iPod. Did I tell you that story?
No.
He got nicknamed iPod because I hope he some kind of way finds this show. But because I liked him. And I was going on an overseas trip to Indonesia for work. And I wanted an iPod to listen to, but I didn't have one. But he had one. So I said to him, can I borrow your iPod to take to Indonesia? Because, I want something. That's a 24-hour flight.
Right.
And he was like, well, I really need my iPod. And I was like, for me, that was it. Yeah. I was like, is he freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
This dude don't care enough about me to let me borrow his iPod for 2 weeks?
Crazy.
So he got the name iPod after that. But but it's like things like that guys do to show you that, yeah, he wasn't really feeling me like that.
Yeah.
Either he wasn't really feeling me like that or he was super immature, but either way, he was not the person for me.
Right.
Rich, on the other hand, if I asked him to borrow an iPod, if first of all, he would give me his.
Right.
But more than likely, he would go buy me an iPod.
Preloaded with all your favorite songs.
Like, what?
He would do it. Yeah. It's the extra mile. It's like, not only am I going to get you what you want, but I'm going to go beyond to show you more. And it's
like he just got me the home thing for Christmas.
Oh, yes.
And the whole thing is because they all want you to keep better track of your schedule. So make sure you sync your calendar up to this because it'll tell you but it's just like somebody who's like thinking of your lifestyle and an iPod? Really? So if you got an iPod in your life, get rid of his butt. He don't care enough about you to let you borrow his iPod.
Sad, because you bring that into marriage. Bring that into marriage, and it's complete mayhem.
That is a complete
mayhem. Absolutely. No, I mean, I think that Brandis and I both, and their girlfriends around the world, can attest to the fact that it's not a perfect journey
No.
Dating is definitely not a perfect journey.
Well, because nobody's perfect.
No one's perfect. It's about matching compatibility and matching attributes and matching value, matching vision. I, for one, believe that I'm meant to be, by God, meant to be Kwaku's wife.
Right.
I feel confident because the amount of God that it took for me to stand as his wife, for him to stand as my husband, for us to stand as a unit.
Yeah.
It was meant by God.
Yeah.
It wasn't a person. It was the God movement that took place that allowed us to be. So I feel in my heart that we're destined to do that. And because of the fruit that I see, the evidence I see from our relationship, I feel confident in it. I know that man loves me.
Absolutely.
I have no question. If you try to tell me he didn't, I would knock you out.
Right.
I would knock you out.
Right.
So don't test that. Don't ever test that. Don't ever tell me that he doesn't love me. I'll knock you out for sure. First punch ever, but I would do that because I'm so certain about his love, and I feel like you feel the same way.
Absolutely, you don't have to question it.
Yeah,
I know.
You know.
Like,
so if I said, "Girl, Rich don't love you,"
Rich would go to jail for me. Rich would he would literally put his life on the line for me.
Yes.
I have no doubt about that.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that type of confidence. That assurance that we have is what we want for each one of our listening girlfriends around the globe. We want you to know when someone loves you to the point that they don't even have to. It's not about what Kwaku says. It's his presence in my life. I won't even allow an outside source to tell me otherwise.
Absolutely.
Brandis won't allow that. And that's the type of love. It's a knowing that is equal to everything that God has given me and everything that God has given you, Brandis. So we going into these signs. I need you to get your pen and paper out.
Pen and paper.
Brandis needs you. Get your pen and paper out because it's showtime. So number one sign that a man loves you.
Number one sign is that he's seeking you out. Can I say that again?
Come on, say it again.
He is seeking you out. What do I mean by that? He's calling you. He's trying to see you. He's all up in your personal zone because he wants to see you.
Yeah. I love that. There's a certain amount of chase.
Yes.
That I feel like we strip men of if we always make ourselves available at the least beck and call, which means this brother barely has to get off his sofa to see you.
I'm telling you.
We're trekking through the rain, hell, sleet, and snow to go see a guy who won't cross a bridge for us.
We in the bathroom, running out the bathroom to catch the phone because that might be him.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
And then every time he calls sporadically,
we're
when he
available.
Gets a chance, we're available.
And that is not, no.
So when a guy loves you, he's actually seeking you out. He's pursuing. You turn around and you just feel his presence near. I don't know where Kwaku is, but I know he's nearby.
And he's finding a way.
He's finding a way.
He's finding a way to fit himself into your life.
To the point where your girlfriends are like, that brother is on it.
Let me tell you, yes.
That guy is after you. Even if you don't have the eyes to see it, they see it.
They saw it. Rich literally bought my entire house cupcakes.
I love it.
Like, he bought me royals. He bought everybody royals.
Yes.
It's just what he made sure that he was.
Yes.
Like, everybody was speaking well of him when he left.
I love it. And it's one of those things I feel like, in my story, when I would go through different positions early in my relationship with Kwaku, at every company, he'd be waiting outside. Like, I'm here to pick her up. To the point everyone knew him.
Yes.
He was never late. He was always early, and he was waiting. If we needed an umbrella, he was there. If it was a cab, whatever it was, he was always present. And when friends came to town, he was always present. And he just always made himself known. Like, his intention was very clear. He wasn't running from me or trying to repel me by, dismissing me.
Ever.
He took all of me in.
Number two,
you feel protected emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that it's so important for women. We know our number one need is security.
Yes.
If I don't have the security to know that emotionally my husband or my significant other has my back, spiritually he's praying for me, or he's the visionary, the spiritual leader of our house, physically he is so physically present and covering over me that nothing can come near me or the family. If I don't know that, I don't feel that he loves me.
Right. That's so true.
So it's important that we feel that protection and that covering. And That's not us always asking the guy, you want to pray?
Right.
He got you. He's praying first.
Yeah.
Or, looking out and saying, I'm opening the door for myself. Let that brother open that door for you
Let
so
him
he
open
can
the
make
door.
sure there's nothing out there that could harm you. And you don't need to have to remind him of that.
Let him open the door.
Let him open that door. Stand at that door until
And
he's
just
ready
stand.
to open it.
And that was our biggest thing, because Rich wasn't used to that.
He's like, oh, okay.
He was like, I'm from Brooklyn. I was like, well, I'm from Memphis.
Yeah. And it's not old-fashioned. These are significant things that indicate protection, and it gives him the permission to stand as a protector.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He won't know it if you don't give him that space.
That's so true. And number 3, you don't have to worry about his whereabouts and activities, and there's no need to social stalk.
Girl, how many girlfriends have I sat with, and had emails with, that they're sitting there wondering, well, let me check his Instagram to find out what he did last weekend. Are you kidding me? Meaning you weren't hanging out last weekend? Meaning he didn't check in with you? Meaning you guys didn't make plans? Meaning he's not into you? Like,
wow.
Come on.
Checking Facebook.
And then don't know who the people are in the picture.
Yeah.
Like, no, I feel very confident that when a man loves you and when a man wants you to be a part of his world,
you know
it.
That's
you don't have to worry about it. And it's not a thing where he's at work and you question whether or not he's with coworkers doing something he's not supposed to be doing.
No social stalking needed.
None of that, because he's protecting you and he's seeking you out. So he's making you a part of that, which is number 4.
Number 4. Go ahead. He makes you a part of his world. You know his friends, his family, his coworkers. He gives you access to his world.
That's that.
Somebody right now.
Thing.
Okay, great girlfriend. It's okay. We giving y'all hugs through the
Yes.
podcast.
Yes,
we are giving you hugs. I know, but it's true.
You will know because he will make his world accessible to you.
It's so true.
You're not going to have to ask for permission to know and learn. And when can I meet your mom? When can I meet your siblings?
When can I meet your friends?
Yeah. No, he's going to be, if he likes football, he's going to be inviting you to come watch. Come spend time. Let me show you where I like to hang out. These are festivals I like to go to. These are trips we like to take. Would you like to be a part of this thing? These are my coworkers. This is a lunch date. All of that stuff. And you need to be looking out for that. Number 5, he makes grand gestures to show you his intentions.
Yes.
That brother tries to impress you.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Kwaku was making $2. $2. He was making $2, y'all. Maybe not 2. Maybe it was 20. I don't know. Point is, he was out there struggling because he was an artist building up his portfolio and building his clients and all of that. And we were dating, and at the time he was living in a closet in Harlem. And on our walk back to his closet, we stopped by this boutique, and I saw this sweater by Lamb, Gwen Stefani's line, and I was like, I love that sweater. And for Valentine's Day, maybe it had to be like 3 weeks later or so, it was within the time frame. It was very cold out. I opened a box, and there was that $500 sweater.
I love it. With all his $2.
He
put all his $2 together and was like, I'm getting this.
And got that sweater. I don't know how many meals he missed. Yeah. I don't know if the lights were late.
But he was like, I'm getting it.
He did it. And it meant so much to me because I knew what he sacrificed to show me how much he wanted to give me everything I could want and more. And that has been a continual commitment of his since the beginning.
Absolutely. I'm telling you. I think I told you about my pink dress. Everybody's saying my pink dress. Same thing. We'd only been dating a few months. And we went to this event, and I was like, I really love this dress. And he ended up surprising me with that dress. And I can just think of so many different things. Like, I love calla lilies.
Yeah.
And so he would come pick me up, and there would be like calla lilies in the trunk, and he'd be like, go to the trunk. Like, just like little stuff. Like, I was missing Memphis like crazy one time. And we were a few years into our relationship at this point, and he's like, I'm taking you somewhere. And then he found this place like 45 minutes away called Memphis Maze Barbecue. It's like, like they a part of what makes them happy is seeing you so happy.
Yes. So, and no matter what it costs them, they are willing to show you through gesture, because that's how it's like bringing home meat as a hunter. Yeah. I brought you home. Look what I brought home. For them, it makes them feel good. It reinforces their manhood. It gives them the confidence and the assurance, and it gives you the confidence When he loves you, grand gestures.
Absolutely.
Number 6.
You got
Number 6, you have his passwords or you have access to his passwords, meaning he's open and honest about all of his, gadgets and tools and the communications that he has, and he's not contacting exes from college and hiding it from you.
There's nothing to hide.
There's nothing to hide. Yeah. He's like, here I am, girl, all of me, my passwords to this, that, and the other. If you need them for any reason, I'm giving you access.
Absolutely. And then I would say you feel like a lady.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like a lady.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel like you got to be the dude in this relationship. I don't have to carry you and me. Like, I can actually feel really confident playing my role as a damsel in distress. And
Brandon loves the damsel role. I love it.
A damsel in distress and a lady, and I can be that because you got me.
I love that. I love how you feel about the damsel role.
I love the damsel role.
Why she gotta be distressed?
Well, it's just a role. You gotta add some. The distress is the drama.
Okay, got you.
You gotta bring
a
little extra drama. You can't just be a damsel. I was putting up these curtains. This was just the other week, and so I said, Rich didn't want to put them up, so I was like, whatever, it's fine. Babe, where's your drill? He's like, it's in the closet downstairs. I was like, okay. Where's your thing? Where's the nail? So I go and I literally put up like one side and he hear me drill and I'm like, babe, come downstairs. I just can't do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this one, but you gotta do the other one. And I was like, whatever. I'm not doing the other one either.
Right, you gotta do the whole thing because you don't want me to call you again.
I'm all right with playing a damsel. Look, if y'all down south women, y'all probably don't have to play damsel. But us up north women, if you got you a man from Brooklyn and New York, you gotta play damsel.
I love it. But I love that. Like, I feel like a fluttery, lighthearted woman around Kwaku. I just feel like weight is lifted. He makes me blush. Like, I have a crush on him. It's 14 years, and I see him, and I'm like, ooh,
I love it. Yes.
I just feel like a lady. I feel like a woman. I feel like I can conquer the world, and I feel like I can do it in a dress. I feel like I can wear pink and I can wear black. I feel like all of me can be present, and I can be vulnerable and I can be open and safe at the same time.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot in one package, but a great man.
Vulnerable and safe.
Yeah. Yes. A great man will create that type of environment or atmosphere for you to feel that. And then your friends will feel the same way. Because I notice my friends come around Kwaku and they just start down. Kwaku, let me tell you about this. Or I got this. I got a Rufus, an Ed, whatever be the case. And I noticed that that's just what they do. They provide the security or sense of safety for women, all women.
That's so true.
Because I know all of my friends feel safe and stewarded by Kwaku, and I'm cool with it.
Yep.
I love that. And the same with Rich.
Girl, they all call him Dr. Phil. Yes. Now they call him Uncle Rich. And he hates it. He's like, why I gotta be the uncle?
Thank you, Rich. You're not to be the uncle. But it's true. It's like, because that's who they are. Yeah. They show up for you and everybody in your world. I have friends that call and they want to talk to Kwaku. And I'm like, hold on, babe. This is not a civil call. They need to hear from you. Here it is. Or my sisters or my mom, whoever it is. So lastly, I think, showing up for your big moments.
Yes.
It matters just as much to them as it matters to you.
Yes.
Not one doctor's appointment when I was pregnant did Kwaku miss. Not one. And that was his choice.
Yeah.
It wasn't me being like, you better be there. You better. It was none of that. It was him. Just all my moments, anything that mattered to me, he was there. And if I ever looked up, he was there just clapping me up and cheering me on. And if I did a great job, he told me. If I did a poor job, he told me.
He told me. Yeah, it's so true.
And that's it. And there has never been an HFR moment where I did not see Rich.
It's so funny. So at the Made in Memphis event, apparently Carlene was looking at Rich's, how he was looking at us.
Oh,
he was like, "Oh my God, you should have saw how he was looking at you when you were talking." And I was like, I wasn't even paying no attention.
Yes.
But afterwards, he had a full download.
Oh, I
babe,
love
you
it.
did so great. You get so great with this moderating. This is your thing. Like, it's so nice to have.
Yes.
Someone who's not intimidated by me at all.
Yes.
But like wants to push me to be my best self.
That's what I feel so great about it. Like, I know for a fact that you have Rich's undivided attention.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rich doesn't want a moment without Brace. Now, don't get me wrong. Doesn't mean he doesn't have his own life, and like his priorities and friends and things like that.
Social butterfly.
But when it comes to Brandis is his priority, and making sure that Brandis and Sky are so well nurtured and loved is a priority.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. I think you are his big moment.
Yeah.
Therefore,
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
You
Sybil.
are.
I think I'm gonna get a T-shirt. For him, that says Brandis was your big moment.
I feel like he feels rewarded. Yes.
He does feel rewarded. He did
rewarded.
Get a prize.
That's it. But he knows it. You know it. He knows it. When a man loves you, he knows that he got a prize.
It's true.
And he treats you like that.
It's
and that's the whole thing with my marriage and your marriage.
Absolutely.
And this whole love thing that we do.
You'll know. And guys, I mean, Sybil and I both have dated a lot. Like, we both dated a lot. It wasn't like our husband was like a first guy we dated.
Wasn't the first.
We dated a lot of guys, and there were so many times where I didn't know, or I was like, oh, he hadn't called me. Should I call him? I never had one of those moments.
Nope.
Unless I was deciding to act a fool.
Right, and I knew I was supposed to put my pride aside.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, that whole, like, he hadn't called me, I call him, like, he give me this is going to be another episode, but I think sometimes the guys that we deem boring, the guys that's like, he's a good guy, but those are the ones.
Those are the winners.
Like, those are it. Those are it.
Yep.
Like, the ones where you're like, he's a good guy, but you don't wear the right shoes.
No, those are all circumstantial items that can
go
be
back.
changed.
Look, let me find the episode. Kwaku said men are a kit.
Yes, my husband says that. He says that men come in a kit. It's called a man kit, and you take all the pieces and you put it together, and you have a man.
That episode was so good. I'll find it before we end this podcast.
And I feel like it's the same thing for women. I feel like we come in a kit form, and I feel like we each go through our share of grooming and so forth to build out what we want in a relationship.
Yeah, that was episode 32. Listen to that. Sybil's husband Kwaku was on that episode with my niece Deandra. And it was, first of all, it was hilarious. Like, it was like beyond hilarious.
It was very funny.
But it was also so good to hear from a male's perspective.
Yeah. And then if you have a chance, you need to make sure you listen to Relationships Decoded from our What Women Want conference, which taps into some of what men's perception is around what we want and what we see out of relationships.
Absolutely.
You have to listen to these episodes. Relationships Decoded is episode 75.
So, ladies, those are your tips.
Those are your tips.
Here's the deal. You have to decide, we can't decide for you, how you want to spend 2017.
That's right. Do you want to stay with Rufus?
Or iPod.
Or Chester or whoever else. But do you want to give that guy who does not deserve your time?
Yes. And don't spend 2017 making excuses for guys. You know what? He would be good, but he didn't have a good childhood. Yeah. Or, he would do this, but he just don't know any better. Yeah. Or he's never seen it, or whatever excuses we give a gazillion excuses for people. And I can say that because I've done it before.
Absolutely.
I've done it before myself.
Yeah, I would say where matters of the heart are concerned, I don't create any pardons anymore.
Yeah.
I can't pardon people in their lives and their circumstances and give it space for why I can't get what I need out of something.
Absolutely.
No. So hopefully we've given you something to chew on.
Yeah, this is gonna be juicy.
This is gonna be
Y'all,
juicy.
we got a surprise for you on the next episode. After this.
All we can say is make sure you tune in next Wednesday. You won't want to miss. Please get to our What Women Want conference. June 15th through 17th in New York City. The website is whatwomenwantconference.com. Early bird tickets are available now. You have to take advantage of the early bird pricing. Grab one for your girlfriend and join us for that experience. It's going to be so much fun.
So much fun. Sybil and I can't wait to see you. We're going to greet you with a big, huge hug and a crazy Memphis laugh.
That's right.
Like all of that.
Well, thank you, Kwaku. Because of your love, I understand when a man loves a woman.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my father gave me one love, my husband a whole other love, and I'm just grateful for it.
Absolutely. And the same with Rich, who's just been such a huge, huge supporter of mine and who loves me unconditionally, and it just gives me safety and it just feels really, really good.
Yes,
so, thank you.
I love it. Sam and Dilly, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your daddy's love. So, I love you dearly.
And to my saucy Sky.
She is saucy.
Boss. She's a boss.
I love it. And girlfriends around the world, we thank you for trusting us as your go-to source for everything life, love, and laughter. Make sure you listen each Wednesday on iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Republic, Podcast Beam, Blueberry, and every other podcasting source.
Absolutely. And check us out on our social, on our Instagram,
The Great Girlfriends,
Twitter,
_Great GFS,
Facebook,
The Great Girlfriends.
and be sure to join our Facebook group. We're like about 16,000 strong of women who like inspire, motivate, connect, go have dinner together. Like it's a really, really, really amazing group.
Yes. Make sure you post your questions online. You share with your friends. Keep listening and keep
being
being
a great girlfriend.
All right. I'm Sybil.
I'm Brandon.
And we're signing off.
Bye, guys.
Peace.